330 days, the amount of days it's been since the Lopes have taken home field here at GCU Soccer Stadium, as GCU TV proudly presents to you women's soccer action as the Lopes look to take the battle to each other tonight in the first of two inter-squad scrimmages over the next 9 nights. Jack O'Hara here with you alongside Cheyenne Rose, and man, does it feel good to be back. It is welcome week here on campus. It's been a long time, Cheyenne. It's nice to see you. A lot of new changes here from the GCU women's soccer program, including a new coaching staff headed by Coach Chris Sissel. And he's got a lot of work to do. Wasn't the easiest transition for him moving from Missouri to Phoenix back in December, getting hit right in the middle of this pandemic, everything else going on. However, got the chance to talk to him at practice yesterday. Everything going according to plan. Had to use Zoom calls over the summer to try and build that chemistry with his team, that chemistry and that trust. But overall, good news for the new coach for the Lopes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jack. It is great to be back. And Sissel having that relationship, it's already been established so well with these girls. They love him, and everyone on campus is super excited to see what he will do for this Lope squad here. Definitely
going to change the culture around here. Again, this is going to be the first of two inter-squad scrimmages for the Lopes. The next one taking place 9 nights from now, October 3rd. That one will take place on Saturday night, 7 p.m. And again, fans will not be allowed into the stadium to watch given the certain circumstances that we're under, but we will at least have us, Jack and Cheyenne, tonight. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to deal with us for at least 90 minutes here tonight for this 90-minute matchup. And, of course, the stadium atmosphere is going to be a little similar to a normal game day, complete with full uniforms for both teams. It'll be purple versus black tonight in stadium music. And, of course, our public address announcer, Paul Denuser, with the public address announcements tonight. And of course, Chris Sissel taking the reins this season in his first year. It's his 22nd year coaching overall. A ton of success at Kansas City as well. 3 WAC titles, 2 WAC Coach of the Year honors, saying it was a difficult day for everybody, a part of the GCU soccer family, when the WAC announced that there'd be no fall sports, at least suspended. We do now know the tentative schedule that is set to be released by the NCAA. February 3rd, the first game for the Lopes, both men's and women's soccer.
Yeah, Jack, it's great to hear that we do have that tentative schedule coming up in the spring, hoping that we can have all those spring sports, or those fall sports, moved into the spring. And as you mentioned, Sissel in his 22nd year, now his first year here at GCU. I mean, this man was made to coach soccer. His overall record is 270 to 120 to 34, and has only had 3 losing seasons in his 21 seasons of coaching.
And we talked to him at practice yesterday. He said he couldn't wait for tonight's scrimmage, saying that he wished everyone on the team a happy game day eve at practice yesterday morning. Texted everybody on the team. They're extremely excited to have the opportunity for both the GCU soccer family as well as everybody involved to participate in these 2 inter-squad scrimmages. And, of course, the team's been working hard since August 4th, since they've been able to step back on campus. This is going to give the players a great opportunity to show themselves, their teammates, and the entire coaching staff for how far they've come in just a short matter of time. As you can see out there, midfield, it'll be purple versus black tonight as we get set for starting lineups and national anthem.
You can see how excited the girls are to be on this field, and even though this is an inter-squad scrimmage, this is still a game for them that they actually get to participate in, and it's that atmosphere that's different than a practice atmosphere.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how far they take it tonight, Cheyenne, because again, it is an inter-squad scrimmage, and you got to think that maybe they won't go 100%. We did talk to Coach yesterday at practice. He was saying that he was hoping that they go 100%. Everybody trying to prove themselves here, trying to prove who belongs in the starting lineup when we do get going in February of 2021. But at the same time, you don't want to afford any injuries playing against each other. So we'll see what happens as we will send it down to the field for starting lineups and national anthem as we send it over to our public address announcer, Paul Denuser.
At defender, number 19, Hannah Edwards. At forward, number 20, Lindsay Prokop. At defender, number 21, Perry Belzer. Midfielder number 23, Noah Johnson. At defender number 24, Raquel Hagar. Midfielder number 25, Naya Volchansky. And midfielder number 27, Marlene Schimmer. And in goal for Team Purple, number 0, Hayden Wallace. And now let's meet Team Black, who will be home on the scoreboard. At midfielder, number 3, Emma Anderson. At forward, number 6, JC Aranchad. At defender, number 8, Michaela McGee. At forward, number 9, Cameron Larson. At forward, number 11, Remy Deutsch. At midfielder, number 12, Alexis Worley. At defender, number 13, Sandra Hill. At defender, number 18, Anna Whitaker. Defender, number 26, Tyler Ferguson. At forward, number 28, Sydney Torres. And at midfielder, number 29, Brenna Alderson. In goal for Team Black, 00, Kayla King. And Jordan Ferguson will be playing goal for both Team Purple and Team Black. And the coaching staff for the Lopes. First year head coach, Chris Sissel. Assistant coaches, Edgar Anzaldo and Ben Parman. Assistant athletic trainer, Matt Robinson. Sports performance coach, Clark Kerfman. And operations manager, Josie Pingo. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Please join me. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this beautiful night, this beautiful facility, and the opportunity to come together and to celebrate the game of soccer. We ask that you watch over these student athletes, that they can remain safe and play hard, play to your glory. We ask for discernment for the coaches tonight and throughout the season. We ask for your hand of blessing on this team and on this university. In Jesus' name, we thankfully pray, amen. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we now honor America with a playing of our national anthem. Thank you.
And as we get ready for this showdown here on this Thursday night, if you didn't hear it the first time, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for Team Purple, goalkeeper, it's going to be Hayden Wallace, looking to prove to Coach Sissel what she's got in the tank here in this one. Danny Babb returning for her junior season as well after a very impressive sophomore year. Logan Van Dyne. Sierra Bianchi as Hannah Edwards in the starting five for Team Purple. Lindsay Prokop, the 2019 WAC Freshman of the Year, playing for Coach Sissel over at Kansas City. Perry Belzer, the junior. Noah Johnson, Raquel Hagar, Naya Bonchansky, and Marlene Schimmer rounding out the order for Team Purple. Marlene Schimmer, of course, the Mainz, Germany native. Her parents, her family actually watching this morning, 5 a.m. in Mainz, Germany. So hello to the
Good
Schimmer
morning.
crew. Coach Sissel with high praise for Marlene Schimmer, the transfer from Arizona State University. As we take a look at Team Black, of course, at goalkeeper, it's going to be Kayla King, seen about 35 minutes in a game last season against Chicago State, looking to prove herself as well. Emma Anderson back for her sophomore campaign. JC Ironchad, Michaela McGee, Cameron Larson, the senior captain, looking to leave on a high note this season. Remy Deutsch, Alexis Worley, Sandra Hill, Anna Whitaker, Tyler Ferguson, and Brenna Alderson. And of course, Jordan Ferguson going to be a sub on both sides here tonight, as well as Sydney Torres, so look out for them as well on both purple and black. Again, the first of 2 scrimmages here for the Lopes. The next one taking place 9 nights from now on October 2nd. And again, to reiterate what we were talking about before, Cheyenne, you don't want to see any injuries in this game, despite Coach Sissel wanting this team to go 100% here tonight. So that'll be an interesting take as we take a look at tonight's Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game.
You're absolutely right, Jack. So the first key we have is a new year, new coach, as we've mentioned, and we'll probably mention quite a few times in the broadcast. Sissel coming in December. Everyone's super excited to have him on campus. Of course, with the pandemic happening, the weirdness of taking over a program through that, but he's done amazing, and all of the girls are excited to have him here. And then the second key is take opportunity. As we've mentioned, this is a great opportunity, getting to have that actual game atmosphere for these girls, getting that scrimmage action here. And then keep loose. This is an inter-squad scrimmage. We don't want anyone to get hurt, as we've mentioned. They do have that second scrimmage on October 2nd, and so you want to make sure that everyone is doing their most that they can, but also just having fun and this ability to have an actual game.
And we are officially back to playing soccer in the heart of PHX, as looks like Purple going to go in for the early kill. That one's going to get away just a tad from Danny Babb. Purple being aggressive early on in this one. And right there is Hayden Wallace. And give Black a chance here. Again, the Lopes with 22 returners, 6 of which are seniors, and 2 having the ability to climb higher into the GCU Division I record books as well, with Cameron Larson entering her final year at GCU in 5th place for goals, scored at 10, while of course Hannah Edwards, she's played well over 5,000 minutes in her career, which is good for 6th and most in GCU's D1 history as well. Wallace going to kick that one back to midfield. And we mentioned the accolades for Coach Sissel watching his team compete here tonight. 3-time WAC champion with Kansas City, as well as a 2-time WAC Coach of the Year honoree. Back to midfield. That one's going to get out of play. And Purple will take over. It looks like it'll be Marlene Schimmer inbounding that one for Team Purple. Tyler Ferguson feeds that one back to Wallace. Black playing very conservatively early on in this one here in the first half. Back to midfield.
Yeah, Jack, as we mentioned, it's interesting to watch them play. They do play against each other in practice, but this being that game atmosphere and how hard they really will go against their own team.
And of course, like we mentioned before, a few players to watch out for here tonight. Of course, Marlene Schimmer, transfer from Arizona State. She's probably going to highlight the newcomers after scoring 11 goals with 5 assists in 35 games for the Sun Devils last season. Freshman Brenna Alderson also going to be a player to watch this season as she enters her collegiate debut here tonight after 2 straight United Soccer Coaches All-American honors while at Perry High School in Gilbert, Arizona. And for the outside kill there was Purple. Right there is Kayla King for the stab. And she looks to set up Purple nicely here. Pass off to Michaela McGee. And that one's going to get away from McGee, as right there is Hayden Wallace once again. It'll be interesting to see how well Hayden Wallace and Kayla King perform here tonight, competing for that starting goalkeeping position, as well as Jordan Ferguson, subbing for both sides tonight, like we mentioned, her and Sydney Torres both. Kayla King only getting 35 minutes of action last season in a game against Chicago State. And right there is Kayla King for the stab once again. A very very impressive performance.
That was a great stop there by King.
Kayla King right off the bat, as that one's going to be deflected right to Michaela McGee. And they're going to set up Anna Whitaker nicely here at midfield. Again, taking it slow early on, back to Hayden Wallace. Tyler Ferguson going to take it up the field. Again, should be a very easy setup once again here for the junior Perry Belzer. Getting back to Belzer once again here for Team Purple. And 6 of the 22 returners are seniors, like we mentioned, with Cameron Larson at the forefront. That one going to get away from Purple once again. Purple going to go in for the kill, played defensively there by Anna Whitaker, and back to midfield once again for Black as they look to take it the other way. Looking for some room there is Tyler Ferguson, 3-on-1 attack. Alexis Worley, right side. Trying to stay with that one with some fancy footwork. He's going to find Michaela McGee at midfield. Looking for some space is Brenna Alderson, going to take a shot, and it's 1-0 Black. So Brenna Alderson picking up goal number 1 here in this first scrimmage, and just like that, Black's up 1-0. So it didn't take that long for our first scoring opportunity here tonight. Again, no fans, no thunderclap here at the GCU Soccer Stadium, unfortunately. You want to give us something, Cheyenne?
Yeah, that was a great goal, just out of the reach of King there. I was not going to do the thunderclap for you.
That's what I meant.
I'll
do it.
Okay, ready? Just start real slow. Everyone do it at home.
The first of many, hopefully, here tonight.
Yes.
Perry Belzer once again setting up her offense nicely right there, as that one's going to get away, it looks like, from Noah Johnson. Back to Perry Belzer with a lot of room here. So the first scoring attempt there against Kayla King goes in. She's now 1 for 3 with 2 saves already here tonight.
That goal scored for Team Black by number 29, Brenna Alderson. Assist.
Purple looking to bounce back right away here. Again, 3-on-1 attack, looking for some space. Looks like there is Danny Babb. That one's going to get deflected by Black. Back to midfield with some space to work with. I mentioned Brenna Alderson would be a player to watch here tonight as she picks up her first goal.
Yeah, Alderson, one of 3 freshmen on this Lopes team. So it's a nice little...
A nice turnaround from last season for sure, with 16 freshmen last season in 2019. Again, 22 of those returners, of those 22, 6 seniors this year as well, like we mentioned.
And 13 sophomores. So we still do have that group of freshmen returning to this Lope squad, which is nice to see.
That bulk of 2019 freshmen. 3 of which did not return. Again, Lauren Garthwaite taking the reins last season as goalkeeper, not returning this season. That one's going to get away from Black back to midfield, and plenty of room to work with here for Purple as that one's going to get out of play directly at midfield.
And Jack, as we mentioned, wondering how aggressive they're going to be against each other, and as we see this game continue, only currently about 8.5 minutes in, they're already starting to get more aggressive with each other.
And again, so far so good if you're Coach Chris Sissel. Only dealing with a few injuries heading into tonight's game. Looking for some space is Marlene Schimmer. Again, looking to make her presence felt early on in this one. That one's going to get away. That pass just a little too far out of the reach for Naya Bonchansky, as Black will once again look to take advantage. Again, you could hear the simulated crowd noise. Stadium that has the capacity to fit 6,000 fans. Unfortunately, won't have any here tonight or next week due to the certain circumstances as that one gets away from Black once again. Again, it is welcome week here. Students all over campus filing in Monday through Friday. And last move-in day tomorrow for seniors is Friday morning.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have everyone back on campus and trying to get back into the swing of what is our new normal here and all around the world.
Definitely was a devastating time back in March with everybody having to file out right after spring break, as it looks like Danny Babb on the run here, files that one off onto the right side. One-on-one attack here as Purple looks to challenge Kayla King once again. Not going to happen there. Back to midfield. Remy Deutsch going to take a stab at it as she passes it off to now the sophomore, Emma Anderson. Emma, one of those 16 freshmen from a year ago, as Kayla King coming out of her comfort zone and out of the box, able to slide and take that one away. Another scoring opportunity for Purple, salvaged by King. But Emma Anderson, of course, scoring the first goal of the season for the Lopes last season on the road against Stetson. Picked up the Lopes' first goal here at home as well in a loss on opening night in 2019, making her presence felt right out of the get-go. Tyler Ferguson once again looking for some separation here. Back to Hayden Wallace. Hayden Wallace still looking for her first save attempt of the evening. Her defense stepping up in a big way here in the first 10.5 minutes as that one gets out of play. And again, the Lopes being aggressive early on against each other.
And as we mentioned, Jack, not being able to have any fans here inside the stadium, but from our view up here in the broadcast booth, you can actually see students around the fence watching the game. So even though they're not allowed inside, they are still getting to watch their team play.
Breakaway play here for Alexis Worley, again going to be salvaged by King. That was definitely something I was wondering going into tonight's game, Cheyenne. Going to see if there was going to be people hanging outside of the stadium. In fact, there are, like you mentioned. Getting tangled up there was McGee as that one's going to go out of play. She'll inbound. Danny Babb being very aggressive both offensively and defensively here tonight. Picked up a hat trick against Chicago State a year ago. The redshirt sophomore was coming off an injury-plagued season her freshman year in 2018. Made her presence felt last year. That one getting away from JC Ironshad, looking to take a shot from the outside. Going to get deflected there by Purple. Once again, looking for some separation is Marlene Schimmer. Talking to Coach Sissel yesterday at practice, he once again had very high praise for the ASU transfer. King going to find Belzer once again. Belzer with a lot of space as that one's going to be kicked out of play. Once again, Black will take over in enemy territory. Black doing another nice job defensively, taking that one away from Bianchi at midfield. Looking for some space once again is Ironshad taking a chance and over the post. JC Ironshad, notoriously known for taking outside shots like that, taking a big swing once again right there.
Yeah, that one just a little high over the net, but this is the first technical game of the season, Jack, and everyone has those high emotions running right now. So just a little high on that one right there.
Noah Johnson find Perry Belzer once again with some space. Michaela McGee to inbound. Well, it's nice to see the Lopes taking chances early on, again playing each other here twice over the next 9 nights, trying to see what it's going to take, starting again February 3rd, the tentative start date for both men's and women's soccer here, as fall sports were suspended by the WAC just a few months ago, as that one's going to be headed back to midfield for Belzer. Belzer looking for the open man, going to take a shot, but right there is Hayden Wallace coming outside of the box. Again, Hayden Wallace looking for her first true test here tonight, 14 and a half minutes in. Kayla King coming away with 2 saves already. Getting scored on once by Alderson early on in this one.
We keep mentioning that tentative start date for spring sports, but we did get some good news this week that men's and women's basketball will get to have their first start as of November 25th. So
How could I forget?
That's some great news for not only the Lopes, but all of NCAA basketball.
And again, that's just about a 3-week difference from when they were originally supposed to start. So like you said, great news for both men's and women's basketball. And just like the women's soccer program, they'll be headed by new chiefs as well. Molly Miller for women's soccer. And of course, Bryce Drew taking over the reins for men's basketball as well.
For women's basketball, Molly Miller will be great. She has a great record as a D2 coach, one of the winningest coaches in all of D2, in all of college basketball, actually. So it'll be a great starting point here for the Lopes with this new season coming up.
Again, once again, Black doing a tremendous job on offense here. Not really giving Purple any chance thus far against Hayden Wallace, as that one's going to get away from Black and kicked out of play by Perry Belzer. Looks like we're going to have our first goal kick of the season.
JC Iranshad with a corner.
It's going to be JC Iranshad with the first corner kick here for Black, trying to go up by 2. Going to take a swing at that one. Headbutted by Larson and out of play. And Purple will take over once again. And this will be a goal kick now for Kayla King.
Kayla King with the goal kick.
Taking that one all the way back to midfield for Emma Anderson. Anderson gonna find McGee. McGee passing that one off to Alexis Worley in the corner, deflected by Belzer and out of play. It looks like we'll see another corner kick here, with Michaela McGee taking the reins. Taking another shot there was JC Ironshad. A big swing and a miss there over the goalposts. Again, still trying to find her footing in this one. First scrimmage of the season, about a little under 18 minutes in. So once again, King will set up Purple here.
Kayla King with the goal kick.
And we're going to be intercepted by the junior Belzer once again. Some space to work with. Finds Danny Babb at midfield. Babb looking for Marlene Schimmer there. Wide open. Had a ton of room to work with. However, it was deflected by Emma Anderson. Belzer. Back to midfield for Noah Johnson here. 2-on-1 attack, finding Belzer once again at midfield on the near side. Belzer, once again, closing in is Black. Danny Babb is going to have that one deflected, and right there is Michaela McGee. Purple looking to put up a fight here, trying to challenge Hayden Wallace early on, and it's going to be the junior Belzer using some fancy footwork as well, looking for the inside pass, looking to nod this one up at one, just a little far left there. Sierra Bianchi looking to nod this game up at one apiece. Bianchi taking her first shot of the evening. Really giving Hayden Wallace her first opportunity there to show what she's got as a goalkeeper this season going in for the Lopes, going into February of 2021.
Yeah, Jack, as you mentioned earlier, Lauren Garthwaite, the one who led the Lopes last season in the goal, not returning as one of the few sophomores not coming back. So the Lopes are looking to find who will be their goalkeeper for this season with that tentative start in February.
And not to mention Jordan Ferguson, subbing for both squads here tonight, so she'll get a ton of opportunity as well to see what she's capable of. Back to midfield once again for Purple. Purple looking to re-strategize here. Black once again doing a phenomenal job to this point defensively, looking for a breakaway play here. Plenty of room for Alexis Worley, going to take her shot right inside the key, and right there is Kayla King. That'll be another save for King, her third of the night. Nice breakaway there for Alexis Worley. Just did not get enough on that one to get it past King. King finding Belzer once again at midfield. That one's going to be deflected. Right back to Michaela McGee, finding Worley once again. Worley looking for the inside pass, not going to happen. And right there for the easy ground ball is Kayla King once again. So Kayla King getting a ton of work here in the first 21 minutes or so, as Hayden Wallace once again just a bystander there on the left side. There's Babb wide open in the corner and take her shot as well. Just did not get the touch that Perry Belzer wanted there. That one once again going to get deflected by that Black defense. Emma Anderson looking to outwork Noah Johnson, and she'll take a stab at it as well. And first collision of the night between, looks like Kayla King and Cameron Larson. Both girls seem to be okay.
Yeah, they both got up from that. That's a nice thing to see, especially if you're Coach Salazar. Not wanting anyone to get hurt tonight or in that scrimmage next weekend.
That one wide again. And like you were saying, Cheyenne, the one thing you had to look out for tonight were those potential injuries, and that was definitely the first time that we saw any potential sign of a potential collision. Did not look pretty at first, but a big sigh of relief if you're Coach Sissel.
Yeah, both girls got up real quick from that one, so that was very nice to see.
Purple looking for the breakaway, as we will have our first water break of the night. So as the girls head off the field, it is 1-0 Purple here tonight, as it was Alderson picking up her first collegiate goal here in this first scrimmage early on against Kayla King. King with 3 saves as well, as you see Cameron Larson coming off the field there. We got a chance to talk to Cameron Larson at practice yesterday as she goes into her final season as captain and as a senior here at GCU. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, it's been a difficult time to adjust, but it's been fun, and our coaches and our teammates, we've all worked together, and we've done drills over the summer on our own where we report back to each other and have competitions with each other, and we made sure to do Zoom calls, stay in touch with everyone and know what's going on, and everyone's been really adaptable to the changes. I'm super excited. It's my last year, so I want to do as well as possible. I want to score lots of goals. I want to assist lots of goals. I want to just play as much as I can. We have a lot of new players that are going to help us in the attack, and I just expect us to be better than we've ever been. Whenever we play, if it's the spring, if it's the fall, we're ready to play, and we're ready to score lots of goals and win. Inspiration that they can do anything, that they can work hard, that they can rise from being a freshman, not really playing after an injury, to playing as much as you can and scoring lots of goals. I want to leave a lasting impression that everyone matters and everyone has a role in the team and everyone contributes to the team's success, and just know that everyone has a purpose on this team and that everyone's here for a reason.
Well, Cameron Larson, once again, her senior season here at GCU, led the team offensively. It was good to catch up with her yesterday at practice. So the team adjusted well to everything that was going on as well, trying to build that new culture, that new chemistry with a new coaching staff with Coach Sissel at the helm. So always good to hear from her. And like we mentioned, not just Coach Sissel on that new coaching staff, new assistant coach as well, Edgar Anzaldo. Most recently at San Diego, he helped lead San Diego and Coach Lieberman to 24 wins last season, landed 8 players on the All-West Coach Conference teams, including the WCC Goalkeeper of the Year as well. And at San Diego State, Anzaldo was part of a coaching staff that led the Aztecs to 3 straight Mountain West Conference regular season championships, as well as 2 appearances in the NCAA tournament.
You can see the energy difference with this new coaching staff, and having these new coaches really allowing the girls to give some to them as they give to the girls, and allow that team chemistry to really come alive.
And again, at practice yesterday, definitely a totally different atmosphere from past years as well. Again, we talked about changing that culture, more positivity this season under the guidance of Coach Sissel as well as Coach Anzaldo. And we mentioned some of those accolades for Coach Edgar Anzaldo. Also helped coach 11 players to the Mountain West first team honors and 5 to the second team honors last season.
Well, speaking of some accolades there, Jack, GCU has 184 spring athletes on all academic, all WAC honoree list. They lead the WAC in the most athletes on this list, not only for the spring, but for the overall 2019-2020 season, with 295 honorees overall.
See, that is very impressive. You tried to one-up me there.
Yeah, well...
You did a successful job.
Thank you. Well, I mean, let's give it up to these athletes who not only have to have a minimum of a 3.2 GPA, but also have to compete in at least 50% of their team competitions to make this list.
Not an easy thing to do.
Not an easy thing to do.
Not too shabby at all.
No, not at all.
Of course, we mentioned the new tentative start dates for fall sports. Again, fall sports being suspended just a few weeks back by the WAC. And GCU's fall sports now with the spring goals being set, with men's and women's soccer potentially starting on February 3rd of 2021, with the WAC championships taking place from May 13th to May 17th. And of course, women's volleyball being affected as well. Tim Nolan's squad with a very impressive and historic season last year in 2019 here in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona. They're currently tentatively scheduled to kick things off on January 22nd of next year, with the WAC championships taking place on April 23rd through April 25th. So definitely something to look forward to, and we'll see if that does take place as scheduled. Baseball having some fun as well with their Canyon camp right now as they look to kick off their season as scheduled come February of 2021.
Yeah, baseball, as you mentioned, with that going on, they have 3 teams playing in their camp, and they are currently the Cobras came back and won today, so they're 1-1.
Well, let's tell the audience what the names were
yes.
first. Again,
Yes,
very
of course.
creative by Coach Stankiewicz and the coaching staff. Gray Dolphins, Purple Cobras, and Men in Black. So very
Yes.
creative. Now continue.
Thank you. So, yes, so the Purple Cobras are 1-1 after winning today against the Dolphins, who are now 0-1. And then, of course, the Men in Black beat the Cobras yesterday, so they're 1-0 as of today.
And Men in Black picking up that win yesterday, like you mentioned. Brody Cooper Vasilakis, BCV, setting the tone with
Say that 10 times fast.
with 2 scoreless innings, not on our first broadcast. Again, it's their first game, but it's our first broadcast as well. As it looks like we're ready to go here after that 5-minute water break. About 22 minutes and 40 seconds into the first half. Again, 1-0 Purple after the first collegiate goal for Alderson in this one. Brenna Alderson, we mentioned her high school accolades coming into this one after picking up her first goal on her teammate Kayla King. Two straight United Soccer Coaches All-American honors at Perry High School here in Arizona, over in Gilbert.
And she was also named first team 6A All-Region in 2017-18 season and then the 2019-2020 season as well.
It looks like we're underway once again here in the heart of PHX. Purple looking to get on Black right away here as that one's going to be deflected.
Yeah, you can tell that aggression just keeps rising as we get longer and longer into this game.
Perry Belzer doing a nice job setting the tone here in the first 23 minutes as that one once again going to get deflected by Purple. Plenty of room to work with here. If you're Noah Johnson. Belzer on the corner on the near side. 2-on-1 attack from Black. As that one's going to go out of play. The Black has done a fantastic job defensively here in the first 24 minutes. Not really giving Team Purple any chance here, which has got to impress the coaching staff here. Again, very early on in this season. Again, only 2 inter-squad scrimmages currently being taken place here over the next 9 nights. Plenty of room for opportunity, like you said, in the keys to the game, Cheyenne, for both squads. And that one's going to get deflected once again by Purple. Doing a much better job out of this break at defending Black's offense. Back to midfield, looking for some separation is JC Ironshad. Finding Deutsch on the far side. Taking a chance here against Ferguson as that one's going to get tipped over the goalpost and out of play.
Yeah, so in for Kayla King, we do have Jordan Ferguson now in that net.
The freshman out of Phoenix went to Northwest Christian High School. Again, Jordan Ferguson going to be a sub on both sides, so we'll see her give both Kayla King and Hayden Wallace a breather throughout this one here in the first half, as well as the second half. Another corner kick here for Black, going to get swamped by the top of the net as that one's well over the goalpost, as Ferguson will set up Purple once again. Nice defense there from Anna Whitaker a second ago on Purple as they again wants to look to take a stab against Hayden Wallace, who hasn't had much attention throughout this one here tonight.
Yeah, Wallace wanting this chance to prove herself, as we mentioned. Lopes looking for who will be their goalkeeper come that tentative February start.
And again, with only 2 scrimmages, not a ton of time and a ton of opportunity for these girls to make their mark. So two very important games as, again, this team battles each other here at GCU Soccer Stadium, looking to impress the coaching staff, both Kayla King as well as Hayden Wallace, not to mention Jordan Ferguson. That one going to be deflected off of Belzer as Black looks to take it the other way. 3-on-1 attack here as once again Purple going to step up in a big way, sending that one back to midfield. Still plenty of time in this one to nod things up here as the defense again looks, or has been looking to step up in a big way after allowing that goal early on in this one. Kayla McGee back to midfield, looking for some separation here is Remy Deutsch. That one's going to get deflected. Brenna Alderson, once again, looking to take that one herself, finds Alexis Worley on the near side corner. One-on-one with Belzer. Belzer stepping up once again defensively as that one is kicked out of play. It looks like we'll have ourselves yet another corner kick. And it looks like it's going to be Michaela McGee once again with her second corner kick of the evening. Black looking to put some pressure here on Jordan Ferguson, as that one's going to go over the goalpost and get eaten up by the net once again. So Ferguson once again will look to set up Purple, as Purple once again looking to break through offensively 28 minutes into this half.
McGee, one of those 6 seniors that we have talked about. She appeared in 8 games with 6 consecutive starts to begin the season last year. And then she unfortunately missed part of the year due to an injury, but she was able to come back for those last 2 games for the Lopes.
That one once again deflected out of play by Perry Belzer. Black's defense continuing to step up in a big way, and this one been the vocal point for them here in the first 29 minutes. Looking for some separation there was McGee, won't find it. Going in for the kill there was Cameron Larson, waiting, lying in wait, but right there for the deflection was Logan Van Dyne, as that one's going to go out of play in midfield once again. So again, Black putting on the pressure here early on against Purple's defense. Aiden Wallace only with a few stabs so far in this one as she waits patiently to find some action here in the first half. We talked a little bit about Marlene Schimmer and her presence here tonight. Lindsay Prokop, another new transfer student coming over from Kansas City. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast during the starting lineups, 2019 WAC Freshman Player of the Year.
Yeah, she played in all 19 games, scoring 8 goals and having 3 assists for 19 points.
Not too bad, and she made a big impact in that WAC tournament game against the Lopes last season that sent the Lopes packing against Kansas City, 2-0 loss back on November 7th of 2019. It's been 330 days since the Lopes have stepped foot here at GCU Soccer Stadium, 323 days since their last official game in that WAC tournament, as that one's going to get away from Purple, deflected right back to the junior Belzer. Belzer looking for the inside pass, not going to find it. It's going to be deflected by Black once again, looking to keep this one in play. Right there is Danny Babb. It looks like she's not going to be able to keep that one quite in play. And it looks like Black will once again take over. Again, Lindsay Prokop, now sophomore for GCU. Only player on this roster who has played for Coach Sissel. expects big things from this GCU roster and expects them to gel quite nicely with the new coaching staff. And you mentioned some of those stats, Cheyenne. Started in 17 of 19 games for the Roos last season in Kansas City. Led all WAC freshmen in goals with 19 points, 3 assists. Had herself 42 shots as well. And had herself 3 game-winning goals. Just to put the cherry on the proverbial sundae. That one once again deflected by Black. And doing a nice job setting themselves up here against both Ferguson and King early on. Perry Belzer once again looking to step up for that purple defense. Arlene Schimmer with the pass off to Danny Babb. That one's going to get deflected by Worley. And right there for the taking is Hayden Wallace. And popping that one back up to midfield was Michaela McGee. Belzer looking for the inside pass. Not going to find it as Wallace will scoop that one up once again. So Hayden Wallace starting to see a little action here in the latter stages of half number 1. Been a bystander for most of this one, as Kayla King and Jordan Ferguson having a ton of action on the left side. Again, if you're just joining us, it is 1-0 Black in this one, as Brenna Alderson was able to pick up her first goal in a GCU Lopes uniform. Cameron Larson looking to make her presence felt against senior captain, looking to go out with a bang this season. Going to find Alexis Worley. Worley playing a big part on this offense early on. That one's going to be deflected all the way back to Ferguson. Going to find the open man in Van Dyne. Van Dyne going to take it up back to midfield. Got Perry Belzer on the near side. Is going to go for the inside pass to Marlene Schimmer. Going to find Danny Babb once again. Going to see if the second time's the charm here for Schimmer to Babb. Babb going to find Pelzer on the near side. Pelzer thought about taking a shot. Passes that one off to Babb. Back to Pelzer. And nobody there for Danny Babb as that one's going to get deflected out of play once again, and Black will once again take over. Start to see the frustration on the face of Danny Babb there with a few opportunities early on in this one with nothing to show for it.
Well, Jack, we had that water break a little bit ago for the girls, giving them that 5-minute break. But since this is an in-team scrimmage, there's not really a lot of substitution that can happen since the entire team is pretty much on the field. So the girls are getting a little tired here about a little under 35 minutes into the game.
Definitely something else that Coach Sissel talked about yesterday at practice, only having that one sub. Definitely going to be something to look out for in the latter stages of this game, like you mentioned. That's why we got those 5-minute water breaks as well. Trying to keep everybody's stamina up as best as possible. Black breaking away once again. Worley looking for the open man, not going to find it, as Purple will once again look to salvage this one and isolate some time. Re-strategize, wide open once again. Schimmer to Babb. Babb going to take a swing at it. Will she prevail? Yes, she will. Danny Babb nods this one up at 1 apiece. Again, we talked about Danny Babb's very impressive redshirt freshman year last season after dealing with some injuries her freshman year. Picked up a hat trick against Chicago State 1 year ago. Picks up a goal in this scrimmage to nod things up at 1 apiece. So both Kayla King and Hayden Wallace with 1 score against them.
Team Purple 1.
And of course, it's got to feel good for Danny Babb, showing a little bit of frustration early on in this half after a few missed opportunities offensively. Finally gets it to go there.
Yeah, that was a great goal by Bab, being able to get that quick little breakaway since she was the only one really near the ball and getting up close there to the goal and just letting that go right past the goalie there.
And Black looking to be aggressive offensively once again. Worley, 2-on-1 attack, looking to take it herself. And a little too aggressive there as Ferguson will eat that one up. And we'll see if the Tides are able to turn here for Purple, trying to gain some momentum after that goal, knotting things up at 1. About 9 minutes left to go here in half number 1. Danny Babb looking to keep that one in play. Going to get deflected by Black, but right there is Purple once again back to midfield. We mentioned how great offensively Black has been in this one thus far, despite only scoring once. Alexis Worley looking for the open man, won't find it. As Michaela McGee stealing that one away from Noah Johnson. And a wide open hole here for Anderson. Emma Anderson, we mentioned, coming back for her sophomore season, as that one's going to kicked way out of play. Black taking a chance from the outside. Not going to happen. So with 37.5 minutes being played in this half, some of the takeaways, of course, both Alderson and Babb coming away with their first scores. Blackside's defense stepping up in a huge way in this one, and despite only scoring once, Black's offense has really put the pedal to the metal against Purple's defense early on. Lopes gonna not be able to keep that one in play. It's gonna be inbounded by McGee once again, looking for the open man. 2-on-1 attack from Purple, as it's gonna be Brenna Alderson looking to keep that one in play. Finds Worley. Worley taking it back into enemy territory. Wide open holes. Got Cameron Larson, the senior, on the far side. Passes that one off. And that one's going to be called against Cameron Larson. And Purple will once again take over here with about 7 minutes to go here in the first half. And like we mentioned, Black's offense stepping up in a big way here in the first 38 minutes, really putting the pressure on both Ferguson and King. Despite Babb's score moments ago against Hayden Wallace, Hayden Wallace has not seen much action. Again, when that opportunity comes, she's going to have to strike here in these final moments of the first half. Despite much success, Purple looking to take a 2-1 advantage in the latter stages of this half. Perry Bells are going to take a shot. Just a little wide right, and Black will once again take over. And that pass going to be wildly out of bounds there for Black, setting up Purple in a big way in enemy territory here with 39.5 minutes in. On Chonsky, looking for the open man, finds Belzer. Belzer, 3-on-1 attack back to Torres. Sydney Torres again, the substitute on both sides here tonight, finding herself on Purple here early on in this half. Purple doing a nice job here, playing conservatively on offense, as that one's going to get away from Bonchonsky. JC Ironchad finding the open man in Brenna Alderson. Going to feed that one to Wallace. Wallace going to find Alderson once again. Alderson with the kick back to midfield, quickly intercepted by Logan Van Dyne, and that one will go out of play. With about 4.5 minutes to go here in half number 1. Black's defense looking to step up in a big way here to try to keep this game knotted up at 1, trying to get their offense another swing and a trying to take a 2-1 advantage before we enter the second half. Wall's going to kick that one well into deep field. Well into midfield, excuse me, as again looking for some separation here is Alderson. Not going to find it. Quickly intercepted by Purple, and that'll be fed to Ferguson. Ferguson right back to Remy Deutsch. Black's defense not being too aggressive here as they'll feed Ferguson once again.
Hey, Jack, you can see the girls still trying to be aggressive, but you can also tell that they're getting tired here, playing almost an entire half of soccer.
Again, first time in 323
Yeah,
days
that's
that
a
they're
long
doing this
time.
in this competitive manner. Bells are back to midfield as Alexis Worley chasing her down, looking for some separation. 3 minutes left to go. Danny Babb in the corner finds Pelzer. Gonna take another stab at it, and again, just a little too high getting underneath that kick. And Black will take it the other way.
Yeah, Wallace in this half of the first half has seen much more action than in the beginning part of the game where I was all down on King's side of the field. So it's nice to see Wallace getting her chance to show what she can do.
Again, both teams playing it pretty loose right now, with about 2.5 minutes to go. And the only one injury scare we saw early on in this one was a collision between Cameron Larson and Kayla King. Both were completely fine, for anybody wondering.
Very, very good thing to know. Both very fine. Both Larson still on the field, King now on the sideline. But both are doing well.
Van Dyne looking for the open man. Intercepted by Black once again. So despite not having much action in this one, Hayden Wallace going to play the entire first half for Coach Sissel. Again, like we mentioned, Kayla King and Jordan Ferguson splitting time here in the first half. We'll probably see Jordan Ferguson split time with Hayden Wallace in half number 2, with Kayla King getting most of the action in the second half. Some space to work with here as JC Ironshad going to take another shot on the outside. Close, but no cigar for number 6. So we've seen her take a few shots here tonight. Again, notoriously known for taking some of those outside shots. Almost coming away with the second goal of the night for Black, just a hair to the left. And Ferguson will once again set up purple. With about 30 seconds to go here in half number 1, Danny Babb unable to keep that one in play, so Black will have it in enemy lines with about 25 seconds left. Van Dyne looking to intercept that one. Cameron Larson looking to take it home. Ain't going to be able to find that pass on the far side. Looking for Ironshad once again. So it looks like that's how the first half will end here in the heart of PHX, with GCU, purple and black all knotted up at 1 apiece. A ton to be excited about here in this first half. First of all, we got sports back. We got women's soccer action underway here at the GCU Soccer Stadium. We got to see what a coach Chris Sissel team would look like heading into the 2021 season. A lot to take away from this one, Cheyenne. A couple of goals we saw Black's defense step up in a big way. Alderson picking up her first collegiate goal, as well as Danny Babb getting on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely great. If you're Sissel, you have to be excited about what you're seeing on this field with your squad, playing against each other, being aggressive, but knowing when to back off when needed to be, and having that score knotted up at 1 is just a great thing to see here going into the half.
Chris Sissel, once again right there. We mentioned on the pregame show that he was ecstatic. He was so excited for this game tonight, wishing everybody a happy game day eve. Said it took him nearly 3 hours to even out the lineups for this game heading into this one tonight, so he's got to be ecstatic from what he saw from his girls early on here in this first half, and we're only halfway through. Second half action coming your way on GCU TV next after a quick word from our commercial sponsors.
One more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Back in the heart of PHX here in the first Intrasquad Scrimmage for women's soccer action. And again, a 1-1 score between purple and black for Coach Sissel's squad. Danny Babb coming away with the first goal in the final moments of the first half for Team Purple. And of course, Brenna Alderson, the freshman, making an impact right off the bat for Team Black, tying things up at 1 apiece. Gotta be impressed is Coach Chris Sissel. Again, Chris Sissel probably excited more than everybody here for the first Intrasquad Scrimmage for his girls here tonight. Got a chance to catch up with Coach at practice yesterday. Having a chance to, again, kind of exploit his offense in practice yesterday. As, once again, Kayla King and Jordan Ferguson splitting up time defensively as at goalkeeper. Hayden Wallace getting most of the action on the other side, as again catching up with Coach Chris Sissel yesterday at practice as he shows his excitement towards the 2021 season.
I started in January, and we did get to train the team and work with the team from mid-January through mid-March, and I was really, really proud of the team. I thought we were making unbelievable progress and doing really, really well. And then when COVID came and shut us down, we we really did not have any contact on the field with our team, didn't do any coaching with our team in person from March 13th all the way through August 4th. So that was the longest time in my career I've ever gone without being on the field with my team. But we were doing Zoom calls all the time and making sure they were doing okay, and checking in on them. With the Zoom calls, a lot of it was not even soccer related. It was just trying to get to know each other and trying to build that culture, trying to build that team unity and team chemistry. And then as we came in preseason, we brought in some guest speakers to talk to them and just try to make the Zoom meetings as fun as they can be, because at first when everybody got on Zoom, it was like really cool and really fun. But then after you've been doing months of Zooms and after you've had 3, 4, 5 Zoom calls a day, they kind of got a little monotonous, a little boring. So we tried to figure out ways to make them fun and keep everybody engaged. And then we also had the girls doing all kinds of different videos on Instagram and Twitter with different contests and everything. So I think everybody did a pretty good job of handling everything. And now I think we've turned it into a real positive. New coach, new staff, trying to get used to new players. This just gives us a longer preseason, a longer time to train and kind of put our stamp on things and the way that we want to play, and really get to know the girls, get to know their strengths and weaknesses. So I actually think this was a real blessing in disguise for us to have more time with the team before we actually play. And even though it's an inter-squad scrimmage, even though we're playing against ourselves, we're just so excited to get out on the field and play. I think you'll see a lot of passion, a lot of love, a love for the game. I think you'll see a very attacking team, a very technical team, a very good passing team. We will send a lot of players forward. We're not afraid to attack. We want players that are going to take risks and players that are going to be dynamic. We give the players a lot of freedom to take players on and to be creative, to be themselves, to show their personality on the field. And I think it's a really fun, attractive style of soccer that I think the girls really enjoy playing. And I think the family and friends and the whole GCU family is going to love watching us play and compete. Yeah, it's a soccer family. We really want to try to make it a soccer family and have everybody believe in that and know that it's a family on and off the field, and that we really help each other. And it's a team first mentality. We're not about individual. Soccer is the ultimate team game, in my opinion. And so we really want to make sure that everybody understands that. And we want to also make sure that the girls know that not only are we here to be their soccer coaches, but we're here to be their mentors, and that we want them to succeed in every aspect of life, and that we want to help them, academically, socially, spiritually, everything. So that's what we're here to do. I really feel like our role as coaches is to be mentors and leaders for them and help them in all aspects of their life. So that's one of the things that I love about coaching.
And again, that was Coach Chris Sissel on his team, anticipating, again, a tentative start on February 3rd of 2021, and looking to build a brand new culture here in Phoenix with the women's soccer program. And you saw him make an appearance there on the Lopes Insider podcast with Barry Butel as well, talking about the new culture, having to adapt to the current situations here, pandemic and all, having to, or at least not getting the opportunity for a full camp, a full practice squad over the summer, having most of his team chemistry and bonding experiences over Zoom, which was definitely not an easy thing to adapt to. And of course, like we mentioned, Lindsay Prokop, the 2019 WAC Freshman of the Year, the only player on the current roster following Chris Sissel over from Kansas City. We mentioned some of her stats early on. We'll hear from her as well later on in this broadcast. Scored 77 goals and 16 assists in her career at Millard South High School in Omaha, Nebraska, before playing for Coach Sissel her freshman season at Kansas City, winning WAC Freshman of the Year honors. And of course, as we get ready for second half action here at the GCU Soccer Stadium, we do once again mention that both men's and women's soccer scheduled to start on February 3rd, with women's volleyball scheduled to kick things off on January 22nd as well. Baseball currently scrimmaging each other right now during their Camp Canyon this week. We mentioned Brody Cooper Basilakis picking up a win for the Men in Black, as well as the Gray Dolphins picking up victories so far.
And the Purple Cobras winning today, so they're 1-1 after losing to the Men in Black. And Jack, as we mentioned, that hopeful tentative spring start for fall sports, the NCAA board has reduced postseason brackets by about 75%. So the way that that's going to look is we'll have about 48 teams for women's soccer in the bracket size, and then 31 automatic qualifiers, and then that will have 17 at-large qualifiers, with selection dates happening in April, and then those championship dates being in about the middle of May.
Well, it should be interesting to see moving forward for all athletic programs here on campus. Again, about 3.5 minutes left to go before half number 2 here in Phoenix between purple and black. GCU soccer women's action right here on GCU TV.
She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt, the all-time favorite, with 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2, and 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Good thing she's your other all-time favorite. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
The Sanderson Ford Promise. We promise, we deliver. Now during our 65th anniversary sale, we promise the best buying experience, the biggest inventory, and the lowest prices.
Take $9,000 off all new F-150 Super Crew trucks. Purchase new Escapes for only $23,900 or new Ranger trucks for only $27,900.
And on top of these offers, get a 65-inch TV with the purchase of any new Ford. Sanderson Ford, keeping promises for over 65 years.
Play outside. Play inside. Play in style all summer long. Talking Stick Resort's summer playcation starting at $99 a night with discounts on cabanas and dining. Also, take advantage of great deals at Topgolf, Talking Stick Resort Golf Club, iFly, Octane Raceway, Medieval Times, and much more. Summer playcation at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Back inside the GCU Soccer Stadium, Coach Sissel's squad once again getting ready here as purple and black look to take the field here in the second half, all knotted up at 1 apiece. And again, Cheyenne, it was a heavy performance in the first half by that black defense as well after picking up an early goal from Brenna Alderson. Again, her first collegiate goal, again an inter-squad scrimmage, not her first official collegiate goal. But her first goal, nonetheless, in a competitive manner, with Danny Babb, of course, knotting things up at 1 apiece in the final moments. But again, that black defense stepping up in a big way, and the offense putting in a ton of pressure on both Kayla King and Jordan Ferguson, as, once again, purple kind of tries to turn the tables here in half number 2.
Yeah, we now have Ferguson in the other goal, and King back on the field. So it'll be interesting to see how the second half goes. As you mentioned, the game tied at 1 with that first goal being done by Alderson, which, yeah, as you mentioned, Jack, this isn't an official game, but still the first game that you get to play in a Lopes uniform, the first technical game of 2020 for the Lopes. That's a pretty big deal, and that's a pretty cool thing there for Alderson.
Really making her presence felt here in front of the new coaching staff, like we mentioned. Again, all these players looking to improve their impress their coaching staff, I should say, leading into the next few months. Again, only 2 inter-squad scrimmages to be played thus far. Again, tonight and next Saturday night on October 2nd. That game will be streamed at 7 p.m. Mountain Time here in Phoenix. Again, players to watch out for: Marlene Schimmer, again, highly praised by Coach Sissel and his staff coming into this one. Looked for a few assists early on, found one in Danny Babb in those final moments, as well as Lindsay Prokop, who we have not seen thus far here tonight. We'll see if we see her in the second half. Like we mentioned, we will have an interview with Lindsay Prokop later on in the broadcast.
Yeah, Prokop being the only one to follow Coach Sissel here to GCU. As we mentioned, a former Roo, had an absolutely amazing first year for her collegiate career. As we mentioned earlier, that WAC Freshman of the Year and all WAC Freshman team honors. So just an absolutely great player to add to this Lopes roster.
Back in goal for Team Purple, 00, Kayla King. And in goal for Team Black, number 22, Jordan Ferguson.
And it looks like Jordan Ferguson going to take over on goal for Team Black, giving Hayden Wallace a breather here right out of the get-go. Kayla King, of course, taking the duties for Purple once again on the right side here to begin things in second half play. And again, we got to give credit to where credit's due as well, with Perry Belzer setting the tone for Purple's offense in this one, despite not coming away with any scores. Took some chances late in that half. Was very aggressive in the box for the Purple Lopes. And her junior season looking to make her presence felt. I mentioned the 22 returners. Cameron Larson also looking to make her presence felt here in the second half. Collided with Kayla King early on in that first half. Both players came up just fine. And again, the number one thing you got to look for in this one, Cheyenne, the number one thing is potential injuries, because that is the last thing you want to see if you're Coach Sissel when these teams are battling each other.
Absolutely, Jack. You mentioned that collision earlier on in the game. Both girls came up fine, but you do want to be cautious of that. Again, only having very few substitutions available for everyone on the field, having that full team out there does make that hard and does make them a little bit tired having those water breaks, as we mentioned. But they have been playing physical as you would expect in a normal game. So hopefully to see no injuries through this game and the scrimmage on Saturday.
Which is definitely something that Coach Sissel wanted after practice yesterday. I kind of asked him if they would be going 100%, because again, you don't want to see those injuries take place against each other with your season looming in just a few months, and he wanted them to go 100% tonight. They wanted to see that passion, that drive, that fire, that determination here in these games, given it is their first game in nearly a year, just under a year, 323 days since their last game against Coach Sissel's Roos at the time in the WAC tournament. So right off the bat, Black once again in enemy lines, as it's going to be Sandra Hill inbounding it. It'll be quickly swatted away there by Raquel Hagar. Inbounded once again by Hill. Finding JC Ironshad. Looking for the inside pass, won't find it. Right there for the scoop is Kayla King. Her first save here of the second half. That one going to be deflected midfield. And here comes Purple with the wide open hole. Sierra Bianchi finding Sydney Torres, as that one's going to be deflected late by Worley. And Black takes over once again. So both defenses playing very loosely to this point. Again, only a few minutes into half number 2, 2 minutes to be exact. Looking for the open man on the far side. Black once again looking to put the pressure on Kayla King here. Not going to happen, as that one's quickly deflected. Nice play there from Marlene Schimmer, the transfer from Arizona State.
Yeah, we've mentioned Schimmer a few times, Jack. She appeared in 17 games with 15 starts, which included starting all 9 conference games at Arizona State. Scored 6 goals with 4 assists, finishing with 17 points on her season. So she's, again, another great transfer to have here on this Lopes roster.
And again, definitely someone to look out for. We've mentioned her throughout the broadcast. Again, her family's still watching out in Mainz, Germany. Hopefully they've liked what they've seen so far from both Marlene and this Lopes staff, as that one's going to be deflected once again. Brenda Alderson almost coming away with her second goal moments ago, as it was popped up just a tad bit over the goalpost, as that one's going to be just a tad over the goalpost once again. Kayla King, once again, a lot of pressure on her in this game, as she has gotten a ton of opportunity to show what she's capable of. Again, only after 36 minutes played in a game against Chicago State last season.
It's currently 6:16 a.m. over there in Mainz, Germany. So, very early start to watch their daughter play in her first game as a Lope.
And quickly deflected there, it looks like, by Noah Johnson. It's once again Purple looking to set the tone early on. That one going to be deflected by Marlene Schimmer. Schimmer looking for the open man, quickly intercepted by Black once again. Looking for the inside pass there is Black. Black going to take a chance off the goalpost and quickly defended. Heads up play there by Purple, able to knock that one out of play. Kayla King mispositioned just a tad there, as it looked like that one was deflected by Marlene Schimmer.
Yeah, that was great there by Schimmer, being able to kick that ball away with King over in the other side of the net. That ball just bouncing off the top and back down. So saving a goal there for her team.
Another corner kick here for Black, looking to take advantage. That one's going to be quickly deflected to Sydney Torres. And another nice stab there from Kayla King at the last moment. I don't know if that one would have been able to make the corner. It was a little too far to the left, but Kayla King not taking any chances with the full-blown dive. They're able to save that one.
Black, number 6, JC Ironshad with a corner kick.
It looks like it's going to be JC Ironshad with another corner kick. Going to find the open man in Emma Anderson. Not taking any chances there. Quickly deflected, as Black will once again look to seize control here at midfield. Back to Anderson. Anderson with plenty of room. And once again deflected by Purple. So Purple's defense stepping up in a big way here, despite Black's offense putting the pressure on Kayla King like they did in half number 1. Taking another chance there, and it's going to be deflected and out of play. And once again, this Black offense not giving Kayla King any breathers here in this first inter-squad scrimmage. Hayden Wallace once again just a bystander at the moment. A few opportunities late in that first half. Danny Babb taking a few chances, as well as Perry Belzer. With the Lopes coming away with 1 score against Wallace. Another corner kick here as Black looks to take advantage once again. Quickly deflected there by Danny Babb, looking to take things the other way. Great defensive play there from Purple, as well as they'll take it the other way. Right there is Noah Johnson. That one's going to be called against Black. Not too many penalties here tonight. We saw one earlier on Cameron Larson, another one there on Black. Again, playing very aggressive defensively. Back to Belzer at midfield. Belzer looking for Sydney Torres. Again, Sydney Torres a sub on both teams, as well as Jordan Ferguson. And Belzer looking to take a chance here against Ferguson, going for the inside pass, as that one's going to be deflected out of play. So Purple finally putting some pressure on Jordan Ferguson early on in this half. Again, 52 minutes into this one. Sandra Hill looking for the open man. Deflected by Purple, looking to keep that one in play. They will not, as it's deflected off of Sandra Hill as well as Raquel Hagar. Hagar will inbound for Purple. As she finds Shimmer, and it's going to be quickly deflected out of play. Again, that Black defense stepping up in a big way. 2-on-1 there against Lindsay Prokop. Noah Johnson looking for the open man, finds Van Dyne in enemy lines. Danny Babb gonna find Prokop. Shimmer looking to take a stab at it as it's deflected by Black once again. So Black's defense once again holding Purple's offense in this one. Purple not really finding too much success here in the first 53.5 minutes. Once again looking to take matters into their own hands. Perry Belzer looking to find an opportunity on her own here, as that one's going to be eaten up by Ferguson. And back to midfield for Hill. Hill with a lot of room to work with. Looking for some fancy footwork there is JC Ironshad. Again, going to take a shot from the outside. A little too high there. Had the velocity on that one. Again, 2-on-1 defensive coverage there from the Lopes in purple. JC Ironshad able to get it past both of them, but just a little too high over the goalposts. And Kayla King will send it the other way. Once again, Shimmer looking to make an impact. Gets tripped up. And once again, Black is going to be penalized there after the trip up of the ASU transfer.
Yeah, we've talked about them going 100% and them putting in that very strong effort and trying not to hurt each other, but still being very aggressive against one another.
Anna Edwards passes that one off, looking for Sierra Bianchi, going to get deflected by Black once again. And it's going to sound like a broken record, but yes, you do not want to have anybody come away with any sort of injuries here tonight. Again, only one substitution to work with for Coach Sissel heading into this one after practice yesterday, determining that there were a few people who weren't going to be eligible to play here tonight, as that one's going to be stripped away by Purple once again. Marlene Shimmer looking to make an impact, as that one's going to be quickly deflected out of play. So once again, Black's defense doing a nice job maintaining this offense against Purple. Harry Belzer looking to make something happen here once again. Finds Bianchi. Bianchi one-on-one with Sandra Hills. Finds Shimmer. Shimmer at the center of the field. Passes that one off to Noah Johnson. Back to Shimmer, looking for Babb on the inside. Gonna be swept up there by Ferguson, as once again Black's defense stepping up in a big way. However, Purple's offense finally putting some pressure on Ferguson here in these last few minutes. Kind of giving Kayla King a break here, as she was swamped early on in this half, for most of the first half as well, but for most of this second half here in these first few moments, finally getting a break here offensively, or defensively rather. That one once again deflected by Black, as Ferguson will once again set up their offense nicely here. You can see Purple's defense stepping up just a little bit here in these last few minutes, really putting the pressure on against Black after having a ton of opportunities throughout the first 50 minutes in this one. Find Sandra Hill on the outside. Hill with plenty of room to work with. Back to midfield. Coming in on her is Sierra Bianchi, as that one's going to be deflected by Shimmer. Shimmer looking for the open man, going to be deflected once again. Black looking for the inside pass. Not going to find it there, deflected. Perry Belzer looking to take it the other way. Not too much room to work with for Purple at the moment. Cameron Larson looking to take a shot from the outside. Again, we haven't seen too much from Cameron Larson here tonight. One penalty early on, looking for an assist early on as well. We mentioned that collision with Kayla King. Looking to get that one past Kayla King there from outside the box, but again, just a tad bit to the left. Unable to come away with that score. Another wide open potential shot here for Remy Deutsch, going to be deflected. Looks like that was Raquel Hagar with the deflection there, out of play, and we'll see another corner kick here from Black. So he mentioned that Kayla King got her rest, not right now.
Yeah, as we have that corner kick down on King's side of the field, giving her a little bit more time to have something to do at this point in time in the game.
And for the inside kick there was Iron Chad. That one's going to get out of play. And once again, the pressure will be taken off Kayla King for the moment. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah,
It looks like we'll see another corner
kick
kick here from JC Ironshad, as Kayla King will once again have to step up in a big way here for Purple. So again, getting a ton of opportunities to showcase her defensive play as a goalkeeper here for Coach Sissel. And going to be interesting to see who will be the starting goalkeeper heading into the 2021 season, because that one's going to be deflected, and now it looks like Kayla King will get her rest, a well-deserved rest at the moment, as Purple's offense looks to put the pressure on Jordan Ferguson.
Kayla King with the goaltending.
Hill with a nice look there, as that one's going to stay in play for Marlene Shimmer. Through the legs there, as that one's going to get called against Purple. Look at Marlene Shimmer. You can see the frustration on her face as well, looking to make an impact in this scrimmage as well, looking to showcase what she's capable of.
Yeah, we've mentioned that aggressiveness that's been going on and has continued to go on throughout this game and has almost increased as the time of the game has increased as well.
Anna Whitaker looking to make an impact in this one. That one's going to be quickly deflected. Sydney Torres with the outside pass. Running this one down is Lindsay Prokop, taking her first chance, and this one not going to get that one past Ferguson, but Lindsay Prokop with the outside pass from Sydney Torres. So the sophomore looking for her first goal in Lope Purple, unable to come away with it at the moment. That one's going to be headed away by Remy Deutsch. So we get our first taste of Lindsay Prokop here in Lope Purple. And not much action in the first half from the WAC Freshman Player of the Year. I'll see how much she's utilized here in half number two, as Marlene Shimmer going to take an opportunity here, looking for Sydney Torres. Torres looking to take it to the house. It looks like she's going to have an opportunity, and she will take it. Sydney Torres outsmarting the Black defense there, as well as Ferguson, who was misplayed. Wide open opportunity as the Purple, after having a lot of struggles early on offensively in this one, take a 2-1 advantage at the 61-minute mark.
Yeah, that was great. Took advantage of her being outside of the goal and just being able to run right behind her and get that goal for her team.
So Marlene Shimmer coming away with the assist there, her first assist in Lope Purple. So again, Black's offense really taking the charge here against Kayla King in this purple defense throughout this one here tonight. However, when it comes to the scoreboard, Purple having much more success thus far, despite not having too many opportunities against both Ferguson and Hayden Wallace. They will once again set up here offensively, looking to change that momentum. Again, Danny Babb knotting things up at 1 in the final 5 minutes. A slick pass there from the ASU transfer. The KC transfer looking to make something happen here as Prokop passes that one off to Torres once again. And that one's going to be popped up and out of play. Again, a fancy play there, both from Marlene Schimmer and Lindsay Prokop, utilizing their fancy foot skills late on in this game in this second half. Emma Anderson looking to set up Black's offense here. Back to Ferguson. So it looks like that purple offense starting to change the tide of momentum late in this one as they look to pick up the victory. Again, just friendly competition here in Phoenix in this first inter-squad scrimmage of the season for the GCU women's soccer program. Schimmer finding Bianchi. Here comes Prokop once again. 2-on-1 attack going to be deflected there by Sandra Hill. Excellent defense from Hill, going one-on-one with the WAC Freshman Player of the Year from a season ago. So just like that, Lindsay Prokop getting her minutes here in this second half, making her presence felt in a big way already, especially in these past 3 minutes.
Yeah, we mentioned Prokop being that WAC Freshman of the Year last year, a great addition to this Lopes roster. And Coach Sissel obviously knows what she can do, being that she was on his Ruse team last year, but still trying to prove herself here as a Lope.
And that one quickly deflected. Marlene Schimmer again with the hot foot there, deflected. It looks like Remy Deutsch there taking the brunt of that attack. Purple going to take another chance there. Looks like that was Sierra Bianchi from outside the box, quickly deflected by the defense. Plenty of room to work with here once again as Black looks to nod this one up. Wide open hole for Remy Deutsch, going to take a stab at it from outside the box. Again, 2-on-1 attack now here from Purple, as the defense once again stepping up in a big way, deflecting that one, halting any chance at a momentum change here for the Black offense, as they will find Prokop once again near midfield and enemy lines. Noah Johnson. Hannah Edwards. Not going to find a man there as it's quickly intercepted by Black once again. Again, this Purple defense stepping up in a big way like we didn't see in half number 1 from them. As that one, a little miscommunication there from Remy Deutsch, unable to get a foot on that one, and that one goes out of play. And it looks like it'll be Raquel Hagar inbounding this one for the Lopes. Hagar, the sophomore out of Phoenix, Mountain Point High School, looking to make an impact this season after her freshman year from a year ago. That one's going to be quickly deflected and out of play. And once again, Kayla King getting a well-deserved break after a ton of action in half number 1. We mentioned the goal from Alderson early on, the only blur in the resume so far in this one for Kayla King. Since then, having a ton of action come her way, doing a tremendous job with 3 saves in the first half. Ferguson going to deflect that one away back into enemy lines. Black once again with no game plan there, as King will quickly deflect that one and set up Purple's offense nicely once again. So after really having a game plan for most of the first 50 minutes or so, Cheyenne, Black's offense has seemed to hit a rut so far in these final few minutes.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Purple definitely going in at it, making the Black defense a little bit, not shaky, but a little bit not as strong as it was in the first half. Both sides still going hard. So we see that score changed to 2-1, but still both trying to get in there for their team.
And Lindsay Prokop trying to keep that one in play, trying to outmatch Sandra Hill there. Sandra Hill, a good match for Lindsay Prokop at the moment defensively. Has done a nice job tying down the WAC Freshman Player of the Year in 2019 thus far. And it looks like we're going to have our second 5-minute water break. Again, trying to keep everybody healthy as Coach Sissel and his coaching staff. And like we mentioned, Lindsay Prokop making her presence felt here in the second half, and this one getting a ton of opportunity. We got a chance to catch up with Lindsay Prokop at practice yesterday.
The Zoom meetings were really helpful for me because I really put like face and names together, but I really wish I could have met them early on and like we could have been practicing early on, but the Zooms, it was the only thing that we had as an option, so it was okay. Oh my gosh, the heat has just been unbearable, but I love the campus. It's so much different, different atmosphere, different teammates. I love these girls so much. They just brought me in like family. I feel like it's gone a lot smoother than I thought. I mean, with COVID and like having us stay quarantined, I felt like I got closer to the girls because I was stuck in a room for weeks straight with them, so I felt like I just got closer. So it was good. He's always going to be there for you as a person and you as a soccer player. He wants to put his players first, not himself and like him winning. He wants to make sure that we're having fun, we're competing, and we're doing our best as a team. I'm just going to try my best, and I can't wait to help my teammates out. Thank you so much.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain, you know, with the sauce. The sauce, it gives you a little bit of... And the cheese, it's the exact right amount of... Whew, it's almost too hard to put into words. Good thing there's... Yeah. Good thing there's the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger.
The Sanderson Ford Promise. We promise, we deliver. Now during our 65th anniversary sale, we promise the best buying experience, the biggest inventory, and the lowest prices.
Take $9,000 off all new F-150 Super Crew trucks. Purchase new Escapes for only $23,900 or new Ranger trucks for only $27,900.
And on top of these offers, get a 65-inch TV with the purchase of any new Ford. Sanderson Ford, keeping promises for over 65 years.
Back here on GCU TV, nice to hear from Lindsay Prokop, who has been very proactive here so far in this second half. First 22 minutes or so, both her and Marlene Schimmer stepping up in a big way. Again, to reiterate, a big play earlier on in this half. Marlene Schimmer showing the fancy footwork, setting up Lindsay Prokop nicely, looking for her first collegiate goal. But again, Sandra Hill, defensively for Team Black, really stepping up in a big way against the WAC Freshman Player of the Year. But again, Lindsay Prokop, like we mentioned, the only Lope on the roster who has played for Coach Chris Sissel. Expects big things here in 2021 and beyond for this program.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. I feel like a broken record, just keep reiterating what Prokop did at Kansas City and how great she will be on this Lopes roster when we have that start, hopefully on February 3rd. Just everything that we've seen so far tonight with her aggressiveness is definitely going to be helpful for the Lopes in that upcoming season.
And again, if you're just joining us, it's a 2-1 Purple lead. Danny Babb tying things up with her first goal in half number one with about 5 minutes left. And of course, moments ago, Sydney Torres getting on the board, giving Purple that 2-1 advantage. Brenna Alderson picking up her first goal as a freshman, the Gilbert native, within the first 5 minutes of this one against Kayla King. That's where we stand offensively so far in this one. Perry Belzer stepping up in a big way offensively for Purple as well, setting up some assists so far in this one as the junior looks to make a big impact and show her new coaching staff what she's all about here in year number 3. Of course, we mentioned Schimmer and Prokop stepping up in a big way moments ago as we get ready for second half action. Again, it is welcome week here on campus. Students back in action here on campus. We want to remind everybody to wear their masks as well here, given the current times.
Absolutely, Jack. Wanting to make sure everyone keeps things safe, not only for themselves, but for everyone around them. I mean, me personally, and I'm sure I can speak for you as well, we want those spring sports to happen. We want those seasons.
Again, potentially 7 sports going on at once here on campus here in Phoenix as well. Going to be a very crazy spring season. Can't wait for that as well, as it looks like purple and black once again ready to go here. Kayla King, and it looks like Hayden Wallace back there on the left side for Team Black. Again, Hayden Wallace not getting a ton of opportunities early on in the first half, with her defense doing a phenomenal job, or her offense, doing a phenomenal job putting the pressure on Kayla King. Kayla King getting a much-deserved rest here in this second half, with her offense stepping up in a big way. And here comes purple yet again. Looks like Shimmer. Shimmer again looking to make an impact here, looking for the pass to Torres. Just a little too much oomph on that pass from the ASU transfer.
Yeah, we've seen a few kicks go over the net tonight. You mentioned a little too much oomph, but this is the first game of the season, so they do have a little bit of energy going high here tonight.
Again, fresh off that 5-minute water break are the Lopes. Quickly deflected once again. Again, Cameron Larson looking to make her presence felt in this one. Going to find the open man. Emma Anderson. And that one's going to go against Black once again. We've seen a few penalties here tonight, all coming from the Black side thus far, as Wallace will look to set up the purple offense. It looks like Wallace and King have swapped sides here after this water break. Trying to get a sense for both offenses here in this one. It looks like for Coach Sissel's offensive scheme here in this one, as again he tries to feel out what his offense is going to look like here in a few months. Again, we got another scrimmage coming up in 9 nights, October 2nd at 7 p.m. Mountain Time here between the Lopes. Looking for some space here is Purple, looking for the outside pass to Torres, looking to get a foot on that one, doesn't find it, but Purple able to recover. Outside pass to Bonchonsky, right into the hands of Kayla King, and she'll send it the other way once again. So Kayla King once again changing defenses here, and once again getting the pressure put on her by Purple now. So they were helping her out a second ago, now raising her heart rate a little bit. Black once again looking to put the pressure on, unable to come away with a successful story there, as it looked like Remy Deutsch just unable to get proper footing on that one, as it was deflected just to the left of Hayden Wallace. So at the 70-minute mark, still a 2-1 lead for the Purple Lopes. And right there for the taking is Sandra Hill. Once again, we mentioned the defense that she's played so far in this second half against the newcomer Lindsay Prokop. An outstanding job by number 13. King once again setting up this offense with Anna Whitaker taking a stab at things. A lot of room to work with here. Finds Cameron Larson, midfield, 2-on-1 attack, looking for the inside pass. Beautifully done there on the inside, but going to be deflected by Purple. Great assist there from Cameron Larson, setting up Remy Deutsch, unable to come away with the score. So once again, it looks like Shimmer. And we see that speed right off the bat from Marlene Shimmer. And here comes Bonchonsky. Bonchonsky with the pass off to Sydney Torres, looking for her second score of the night. That one's going to be gobbled up, though, by Kayla King once again. And again, Kayla King, despite switching sides, only has one score against her. One score against Ferguson, one against Wallace so far here today for the Black side. Hagar going to dish that one to Wallace. Wallace going to find the open man as Purple once again looks to set themselves up nicely here at midfield. Trying to isolate the clock more than anything right now, up by 1 with about 19 minutes left to play. Black once again salvaging that one off in their own enemy territory, as that one's going to be deflected once again by Pelzer. Once again, the scoop there from King. Talked about a few of the other sports. We talked about baseball currently with their Camp Canyon right now. We got to give credit to where credit's due as well. Cade Meckles being drafted this past season by the Chicago White Sox, 112th overall pick in the 4th round. Cuba Bess leaving as an undrafted free agent for the Boston Red Sox. Not to mention Drew Smith as well, a very short campaign in Lope country as he was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Milwaukee Brewers as well. So all those players leaving for the pros in 2021.
Yeah, and all those guys that you mentioned for the baseball team are going to be hard to replace for the Lopes. Had some good playing going on for them last season of what they did get to do, and then in previous seasons had absolutely great records.
Cade Meckles' last season as a Lope, ending probably not in the fashion that he wanted it to end, with a season-ending injury. However, realizing his Major League Baseball dream nonetheless. That one's deflected once again by Black. Black once again looking to recreate some of the success that they've had in this game back in quarter number 1. Or in half number 1, excuse me, as that one's going to be deflected by Purple once again. The defense stepping up in a big way. Hayden Wallace finally getting some reps, however, here in the second half. Not getting much action in half number 1, like we mentioned. JC Ironshad unable to dish that one off to Remy Deutsch, as once again Purple will take it the other way. Bonchonsky at midfield on the near side. Once again, Sandra Hill putting the pressure on this Lopes Purple offense. Got to be impressed from what you've seen defensively from Sandra Hill, really taking it to Lindsay Prokop early on in this half, and now to Bonchonsky. Definitely something to look out for if you're Coach Sissels. That one's going to be deflected out of play.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. If you're Coach Sissel, you have to be happy with what you've seen so far. As we mentioned, each goalie only allowing 1 goal. And just your team as a whole playing really well against each other and still going 100%.
Right there is Deutsch looking for Sandra Hill on the outside, quickly deflected by Bonchonsky. Looking for the quick pass to Shimmer there, right back to Bonchonsky with a little bit of oomph on it once again, as it's going to be deflected back to midfield. Right there for Logan Van Dyne, as it's going to be quickly intercepted once again by Emma Anderson. Anderson one-on-one with Shimmer, quickly deflects that one back to Sandra Hill, back to Anderson. Right there is Marlene Shimmer.
We mentioned baseball earlier, and then of course basketball getting that great news that tentative November 25th start date. Again, both teams having new coaches. Coach Drew for the men's basketball team. He had a super successful head coaching time at his alma mater. Did really great things, and then went to Vanderbilt. Had a great season. He qualified for his 3rd NCAA tournament in 2017. He has a 164 to 108 record while he's been coaching, and it's just really exciting to see all these new coaches here for the Lopes.
And you talk about the culture change for this team, for the women's soccer program, Cheyenne. You got to think the exact same way for men's basketball.
Absolutely.
Bryce Drew completely changing that culture, a complete 180 from seasons past, as it looks like the players will definitely have something to look forward to come November 25th, the tentative start date, as well as women's basketball. Of course, Molly Miller, the new head coach for women's basketball, taking the reins after a very impressive resume coming into Lope country.
Yeah, in the past 2 seasons, Coach Miller is 67-1. and in her 6 seasons of coaching has an overall record of 180-17.
And again, like I said, a lot to be excited about.
Absolutely.
One loss, it's not too bad.
1 loss in 2 seasons. I think the Lopes would take that any day.
That one's going to be quickly deflected once again. Black will inbound it once again. Sandra Hill. And 77-minute mark, about 13 minutes left to play. Remy Deutsch. Seen a lot of her here in this second half. Going to be deflected there by Brenna Alderson. Alderson making her impact right off the bat with a goal within the first 5 minutes of the first half against Kayla King. Again, a very impressive high school career for the Lopes freshman. And here comes Shimmer once again, dishing that one off on the near side. Bonchonsky not going to be able to keep that one in play. There's Pelzer back to Bonchonsky. Nice job there from the Lopes junior, and Perry Belzer able to keep that one in play for Team Purple. Shimmer looking for the inside pass. Sydney Torres looking to run that one down, but did not outrun Kayla King there as she scoops that one up, and Black will get another opportunity, again down by 1 with about 12 minutes left to play. Torres dishes that one to Shimmer. This may be a golden opportunity for Shimmer, as that one's going to be quickly deflected by Black. It looks like she got tripped up there for just a moment as that one gets away from Deutsch. Belzer back to midfield, and once again Purple looking to isolate the clock here with about 11 and a half to go. Wallace finds Hannah Edwards. Edwards back to Belzer. Probably the biggest opportunity we've seen in this one from a scoring perspective for the Lopes newcomer and Marlene Shimmer just a few moments ago. You definitely see the strength and the poise so far in this one from the ASU transfer. We mentioned her numbers earlier on in this one. Very impressive, a lot to look forward to if you're Coach Sissel. Emma Anderson, we mentioned the impact she made at the beginning of the 2019 season. Dishes that one off to Deutsch. Looking for the in-between pass there, ain't going to find it as Belzer once again going to be outmatched by Deutsch. And once again, Sandra Hill going to set things up offensively. Looking to outwork Hannah Edwards, not going to happen as that one's going to stay in play. JC Ironshad once again, and it looks like that one did go out of play, so JC Ironshad once again trying to go inside there, ain't going to happen, as it looks like Belzer's down for the moment. We'll see if she's okay. Again, the one scare coming into this one were the injuries like we've talked about before. We'll see if Perry Belzer's okay.
Yeah, it's nice to see her standing up on her own strength there, Jack. We mentioned, again, sounding like a broken record, being weary of those injuries that could potentially happen tonight with that start date, hopefully in the beginning of 2021 in February.
It looks like she's good to go, but again, don't want to take any chances here in these scrimmages. It looks like she'll stay in this one. After talking things over with Coach, looks like she'll stay in this one. And Sandra Hill once again will set things up, almost taking out her own teammate right there in Anna Winokur. Whitaker doing a nice job getting out of harm's way in the final second.
Yeah, as we
Last thing you want to say after those injuries.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. As we mentioned, only having really one sub for this rotation, having the entire team on the field, playing almost an entire full game here. So, of course, you are having these girls feel fairly fatigued right now.
Sean's going to keep that one in play. And again, a dream scenario for Coach Chris Sissel and his staff. Despite anything that was going to happen tonight, we haven't seen any injury bugs, no ailing injuries thus far. Perry Belzer, the only big scare thus far, as that one's going to be taken down by Kayla King. Again, Kayla King being very impressive here tonight thus far here for the Lopes, really showcasing what she's got here. As again, the Lopes looking for their 2021 goalkeeper. Kayla King got to be at the top of that leaderboard at the moment. Again, Hayden Wallace, like we've mentioned throughout the broadcast, really hasn't had too much action here tonight, as that one's going to get fed back in her direction. Danny Babb challenging Wallace with 5 minutes left in half number 1, coming away with her first score. Edwards going to kick that one back to Bonchonsky at midfield. Bonchonsky with a lot of room to work with, going one-on-one with Ferguson. Sandra Hill going to take that one once again, as once again her defense really stepping up in a big way here tonight. Shimmer looking to outwork Emma Anderson. Not going to happen there. Was turned around a bit, as once again looking for her first score of the night, as King once again going to set up Sandra Hill after the pass from Sandra Hill. Going to find JC Ironshad. We've seen her take a few chances here tonight, using some fancy footwork there against Prokop. Finds Remy Deutsch. Deutsch looking to get past the defender and Hannah Edwards. Not going to happen, as JC Ironshad once again going to take a chance, and we're all knotted up at 2 apiece with 7.5 minutes left to go. How do you like that?
That was great. Coming off the head of Larson there, getting it into the goal. Some, as you mentioned, fancy footwork to get it down there. That was just a great shot there taken by Larson.
So we've been waiting to see the senior captain make her presence felt all night long, and there it is. Cameron Larson with the attack out of nowhere to nod things up at 2 apiece with 83 minutes into this half. 7 minutes left to go in this half, so an absolute dream scenario thus far if you're Coach Sissel. Would love to come away with a tie with your team going up against each other.
Absolutely, just showing how strong everyone on your team is, having the score now being tied. Really giving him some great hope for that upcoming season.
So they had a ton of success in half number 1, not much success here in half number 2, but despite that, Cameron Larson, the senior, setting up that play beautifully, coming away with the score. And a 2-2 score. We saw Cameron Larson as well as Brenna Alderson coming away with the scores here for Black in this one. Danny Babb as well as Sydney Torres for the Lopes in purple. So with about 6.5 minutes left to play, we'll see if someone can come away with one final score to salvage the first of 2 inter-squad scrimmages for the GCU women's soccer program. Pass deep on the left side, going to go out of play once again. So Purple will inbound it. Looking like Babb on the far side. Going to inbound that one to Belzer. Deflected by Emma Anderson. And once again, Black going to try and put the pressure here on Hayden Wallace. 2 goals scored against both. Well, 2 goals scored against Hayden Wallace, 1 against King, 1 against Jordan Ferguson in this one. Belzer looking for the inside pass, not going to find it there, as once again Purple pinned up against their own goal post at the moment. Looking for Bonchonsky. Sandra Hill deflects that one. Hill going to lose that one as Belzer looks to take it the other way. She'll kick that one back to midfield. Right there is Whitaker. Going to find Emma Anderson. And 5 minutes left to be played here in this one at GCU Soccer Stadium. Currently 10 o'clock Mountain Time on the dot. This one's starting at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Bit of a late start here tonight during Welcome Week, but nonetheless, we finally get sports back after about a 6-month layoff. And you can't be disappointed by the Lopes soccer program's performance here tonight thus far.
Definitely not, Jack. They've played absolutely amazingly. As you mentioned, it being Welcome Week tomorrow, the last day for move-in. Great to see that Lope culture happening all around campus. Great seeing Lopes wearing their masks, walking around and trying to make sure that we can stay on campus and have those spring seasons.
Emma Anderson once again trying to set up one last play here for Black in the final moments. 4 minutes left to be played as we reach the 86-minute mark. Again, the number one thing here, no injuries, as Marlene Schimmer looking to take it home with some fancy footwork, looking to get it past King. Not going to happen. Probably the most impressive save of the night from Kayla King, going one-on-one against the very dangerous Marlene Schimmer. She's going to kick that one well over the goalpost. And with about 86.5 minutes into this one, Marlene Schimmer once again showcasing her ability offensively with that strength. Lindsay Prokop finding Torres. Torres looking for the second score. Gonna find Bronkonski as that one's gonna give Purple the lead with about 3 minutes left to go. So being very aggressive offensively for most of this second half, Nia Bonchonsky, the Gilbert native, picking up her first score against Kayla King. That's the second goal allowed against Kayla King after a very impressive performance for most of the night.
Yeah, great goal there by Bonchonsky. The sophomore appeared in 4 games, logging about 76 minutes last season. Took 3 shots with 2 coming on a goal. And they are now her first goal of this 2021 year season.
So Black tying things up moments ago after the header from Cameron Larson. Beautifully designed play. But just like that, Marlene Schimmer finding Sydney Torres on the outside, with Torres finding Nia Bonchonsky. Here with 3 minutes left to go. Currently 1 minute and 45 left to go in this one for Black, trying to knot things up after being very explosive defensively and offensively throughout the night here tonight. But again, like we mentioned all night long, Chris Sissel looking to come away with a healthy roster at the end of this one. Again, you got another scrimmage coming up in just 9 nights. You got to be very grateful for what you've seen so far here tonight from your roster. As once again, JC Ironshad looking to make something happen. Not going to happen there as it's deflected all the way back to midfield. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left to be played, Black looking for one more shot here. Looking for Sandra Hill on the inside, not going to happen. Deutsch looking to keep it in play. She will not, unable to outwork Marlene Schimmer. For the Lopes, running out the clock in a big way here, as it looks like Hayden Wallace kick this one away. 30 seconds left to be played here in half number 2. A 3-2 lead for the Lopes in purple. A big go-ahead goal moments ago from Nia Bonchonsky to give purple the lead. Again, being outmatched offensively in this one by Black, but they came away with scores during some of their only opportunities here tonight. And despite possibly picking up a loss here tonight, again, 5 seconds left to go. Looks like Black will pick up the loss. Nothing to be ashamed of here tonight offensively, as the Lopes in purple are going to pick up a 3-2 victory over the Lopes in Black. But once again, Coach Sissel's squad showcasing a ton of potential here tonight, Cheyenne. With this one, we saw Brenda Alderson pick up her first goal offensively at the collegiate level in her college debut. Again, just a scrimmage, but a college debut nonetheless. Lindsay Prokop and Marlene Schimmer making their presence felt offensively in this one as well, despite picking up scores. Sydney Torres being a sub on both sides, really making a effort here tonight, picking up a goal as well. And of course, Nia Bonchonsky picking up the game-winning goal for the Lopes in purple after a very impressive second half offensively.
Thank you and good night, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. And so now we have the GCU Golf Course Player of the Game, which is going to be Bonchomsky, making that game-winning goal for her team. Had an absolutely amazing freshman year with 332 minutes of gameplay, recorded an assist in that 2-0 win over Kansas City on October 10th, and took 7 shots with 2 coming up on a goal, and an absolutely amazing game-winning goal for her team tonight.
Well, Coach Sissel, you finally got a taste of what your team could potentially do, and he's got to be impressed with what he saw tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Lopes and Purple win this one 3-2. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. For Cheyenne Rose, I'm Jack O'Hara. Remember, everybody, wear those masks, and as always, Lopes up.